Hey, what's up? It's Stacey Storino. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to day 2 of the Quarantine Reboot Bootcamp experience, a special series that will help you make the most of your life while in quarantine, mentally, physically, emotionally, financially, and spiritually, or ethically if you're not a religious or spiritual person, no big deal. In today's video, I'm going to teach you what it is that you'll absolutely need to have moving forward in order to make the best of not just the Quarantine Reboot Bootcamp experience, but the rest of your life once quarantine and the global pandemic itself is over. So make sure you hit that like button and subscribe and hit that bell notification so you don't miss a single day of this series. Now look, if you missed day 1 of the Quarantine Reboot Bootcamp experience, I'd recommend that you watch it because it really does lay the groundwork for how the next few weeks are gonna go. So please make sure that you check it out. But here, we're talking about what it is that you need to kick off phase 1 of this series, which is a week's worth of material, including today, and phase 1 is called Reception Battalion. And what you need moving into this week's worth of materials is a backbone. Odds are you're a woman watching this. If you're a man, you're welcome too. But look, most women have a problem really going for it in life because they're afraid of being aggressive or at least being viewed that way. But if you want to get stronger moving forward out of quarantine when that time comes, into the rest of your real life, you're gonna need to be assertive, which is different than aggressive. And that does require you growing a bit of a backbone, no matter what sex you are or how you identify. Now, if you're aggressive, you're creating drama instead of stopping it in its tracks, which I want you to do, of course, stop it in its tracks. If you're assertive, you're not trying to dominate or control anyone. You're not being vindictive in your actions, and you are not being a provocateur with zero scruples. That is what being aggressive is all about. Lao Tzu once said, "The most successful manager leads without dictating. This is intelligent non-aggressiveness." I agree. So please don't get it twisted. If in this lesson we're going to focus on you making a promise to yourself that you will be more assertive as a human being, then you must understand that's not the same thing as being aggressive, okay? I want you to know how to use mental and or physical self-defense if need be. You deserve to take care of yourself, stand up for yourself, and really go for yours, rebooter. I want you to use intelligent non-aggressiveness, also known as assertiveness, whenever possible. I want you to start becoming more sensitized to whether you're being passive, total wussiness, or aggressive, or assertive in everything that you think, say, and do. When you're assertive, you're nobody's victim, and you're not volunteering to become one either. You're nobody's yes man or yes woman. And if someone doesn't like you standing up for yourself without caving in to what might be improper demands that they make upon you, well, let's face it, they likely did not like you or respect you to begin with. What have you lost? Nothing worth worrying about. Not everyone is suited for everyone else. There will be some people who don't like you. There will be others who will. That's that. Bullies and other forms of domineering and or aggressive people will not like anyone who stands up for themselves or otherwise goes for it in life. While you're going through the Quarantine Reboot Bootcamp experience, you may become, as I like to say, a challenge to someone's balance. They may not like that you're looking to make a change because instead of being happy for you, they're concerned about what this will make them feel about themselves. Too bad. Such people are toxic, and they're not worth you sweating them. They might get nasty to your face or behind your back, and you have to be ready for it. You've likely been backstabbed before, and it will happen hundreds of times more after that. Nobody gets through life unscathed by this sort of stuff. Nobody. But I got a question for you. So what? The trick is you should own the fact that you're not going to be loved by everyone and be okay with that. You're not out, by the way, to just tick people off for the sake of doing it. That's being a provocateur. That's being aggressive. That's not what I'm talking about. But being okay with people being thrown off balance as you evolve that backbone, as you grow and change throughout the Quarantine Reboot bootcamp experience, means that you're not going to lose sleep over anyone who doesn't evolve along with you. If they're upset or somehow thrown by you trying to make the most of quarantine and evolving into a better, stronger version of you, then you need to know that they're not truly on team you and they need to be kicked off the team. Whether it's now or later on, depending upon your current facts and circumstances. But look, if your inner nature is passive by default, give yourself the space and grace as you move through the Quarantine Reboot bootcamp experience to grow, and don't be expecting that you're just going to flick a switch and boom, you're assertive. Hopefully, I've reassured you at the very least that you do not need to be aggressive either. Like Buddha said, the middle path is the best way. It's true. Both sides of the spectrum are too extreme. Being assertive kind of lands you in the middle of the personality spectrum. Not too hard, not too soft. It's you standing up for what's best for you, and that's just right, rebooter. Being assertive is defined as confident in behavior and style. More specifically, when you're assertive, you'll be characterized by bold and confident statements and behavior. The kind that when other people are around you, they'll smell that you're no one's victim at all or anymore. And yet, you're not looking to victimize them either. Confidence is key. You're getting nowhere without it. Wait, that's not entirely true. You'll get somewhere all right. It'll just be where your bossy best friend in school wants you to be, or where your bossy boss in the workplace wants you to be, or perhaps where your controlling husband, wife, significant other wants you to be. Ew. You've got to be whomever God or the universe sent you to be. And the only people that have any business in your life are those people who can accept it, support it, or at the very least enjoy you as a person while not otherwise judging it, whatever it happens to represent in terms of your personal change. Struggle and rejection, global pandemic or not, is part of life. This isn't heaven, it's not nirvana, it's just imperfect planet Earth, pandemic and all. No matter what you do, who you shack up with, where you live, or what you do for a living, challenges will find you in life. Look, you could have been the most passive, permissive, low-lying person in the world. The global pandemic came and affected your life anyway. You can't avoid all strife. You cannot duck and cover to miss every last bad thing in life. That's why we're going through this reboot together, to get you to become a true warrior who is assertively going for yours in life from now on. But look, despite some of the most dire challenges that have ever threatened humanity, there you are. You're still breathing. You didn't die. And now it's time over the next few weeks to teach you truly how to live. The Golden Rule and the 10 Commandments are great guidelines for living a proper life. I highly recommend them. Even if you're not a religious or spiritual person, though, that's okay. I think you can, at least from an ethical standpoint, agree with the concept of do unto others as you'd have them do unto you, right? Okay. But guess what? You can do unto others as you'd have them do unto you until your face falls off. And most of the time, that'll work. But sometimes there's going to be an aggressive nasty who's going to try to gum up the works for you. Use your backbone and stay strong. Stay the course of the changes you'll embrace throughout the Quarantine Reboot bootcamp experience. Take the high road without jumping in the gutter with the nasty, but be ready to fend them off if they get in your face. You'll know how. This series will show you how. For now, what you need is a backbone. If you have one already, great. If you have one but it needs strengthening, knowing is half the battle, and this series will help you, hopefully, the rest of the way. You want to get to you 2.0, where there's a new and improved version of you, without ditching everything that came before that was working, of course. You'll learn how to best fill the void that might be going on currently in your life while purging any mayhem and foolishness that might be going on too. Onward and upward, as they say. In a similar vein to the Quarantine Reboot bootcamp experience, people join the armed forces for many reasons. To serve their country, to get stronger physically and mentally, to protect what they believe in, and to keep safe both themselves and their loved ones. So why not enter into the Quarantine Reboot bootcamp experience with the same goals in mind? Protect what you believe in, as well as yourself mentally and physically, and those you love by proxy. Get stronger in mind and body. And by being a better, stronger person, you'll make this battered world a better place. One person, one situation at a time. Do anything as long as you do not behave as though you're a bottom-feeding, ring-kissing, spineless, gutless wonder of a human being. We need you and your talents. You're still alive for a reason. Let's help you find that reason over the course of the Quarantine Reboot bootcamp experience. You deserve better, and it's the job of the Quarantine Reboot bootcamp experience, when you're engaging in it, to cut you off from distractions. You deserve better. And it's the job of the Quarantine Reboot bootcamp experience, when you're engaging in it, to cut you off from distractions and much of the outside world as possible as you manage the next few weeks' trainings, retraining your body and mind to be stronger in every conceivable way. And just like the day will come that the global pandemic is over, so the day will come that you become the assertive, confident person that you were born to be. What I want you to come away with from this video is that Lao Tzu nailed it. Through intelligent non-aggressiveness or assertiveness, you can have mastery over yourself and your life as it currently is, so that you can build the life you were born to live. You need a backbone, and you need to stay committed to making yourself stronger mentally, physically, emotionally, financially, and spiritually. If you haven't already, you should check out my video called How to Change Your Life. So this way you can be introduced to the concept of your why, both personally and professionally. That'll give you a head start given what's going to come down the pike. Now, make sure you hit that notification bell, because in the next video of this series, I'll share with you what it is you'll need to have or find as you move forward with Reception Battalion, which is the first week of the Quarantine Reboot bootcamp experience. You do not want to miss that video. While you're waiting for the next video in this series, I want you to know I have a ton of resources available on this channel if you're an entrepreneur mom, entrepreneur parent, or you're an entrepreneur and or you want to be. So please check these two videos out in the meantime. Thank you for watching this video. I appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next one.